Hello, friends. This presentation is for women and the issues that affect us in our lives. If you know and love someone who is going through some health issues that are related to their hormones or issues with infertility, please refer to the Dig Deeper section where you will find a wealth of information about these topics from the researchers themselves. And please share that information because I want us as women to support each other and get the help we need so that we can just live our longest, happiest, most fulfilled lives. So many times in our lives, we just put ourselves last. And I get it. Life is busy. There are so many times where I, get to the afternoon and realize I haven't even eaten anything yet today. We stay up late trying to get a bunch of stuff done, or just being brain dead and like staring at a screen because we're so exhausted. A lot of times we don't get the sleep we need because we're going to bed too late, or we're thinking about the next day, or things we're worried about, or things we need to be in charge of. And it's just really easy to let our lives get out of balance. Women are at greater risk for developing Alzheimer's and dementia, and I think that's because we are up with the babies all the time in the night, or we're just up worried about things, and we need to make sure that we are making our health a priority in our lives. So let's talk about the big topic for us, our hormones. So I started my period when I was 11 years old, 5th grade. And it was miserable for years. Such painful periods. I even had laparoscopic, that's a tricky word to say, surgery because I thought I had endometriosis, and I was so concerned I wasn't going to be able to have kids. And I just remember being in so much pain and having to be medicated to be able to just get through the day. And I know so many of you who struggle with PCOS or endometriosis, who have painful or irregular periods. I have so many friends who have struggled with infertility. I know so many women who have had extreme symptoms in their menopause. I've had friends younger and older than me who have suffered with breast cancer. And then so many of us who, when we are pregnant, we just feel crappy and we feel yucky in our pregnancy, and we have complicated pregnancies, or we can't figure the breastfeeding thing out. That took me a good 3 or 4 tries, was till like my 3rd child in, and before I finally figured out breastfeeding and felt like I made enough milk. So being a woman is complicated, and we need to support each other and help each other and be honest about what we're going through, because the struggle is real. But when we can give advice to each other and help each other and just have compassion and like drop some chocolate off at each other's homes, everything is better. So I'm going to sound like a broken record, but the number one thing you can do to regulate your hormones is to ditch dairy in all of its forms and adopt a whole food, plant-based lifestyle. If you are struggling with some of these severe hormonal issues, dairy is adding excess hormones to your body. So you need to find ways that you can eliminate it from your diet. And there are now so many replacements for dairy because so many people either can't digest it or have allergies to it, or just prefer plant milks now, like me, that you will find a wealth of substitutes. There's, vegan sour cream, vegan cream cheese, vegan cheeses, plant-based butters. You'll be able to find what you need. So please make that transition. And then please include soy in your diet. Soy has a calming effect on our hormones. It balances our hormones, and it prevents hormonal cancers in men and in women. And especially for our young daughters, we need to give them that help to have hormonal balance. It also helps clear up our skin issues, and just soy is a great thing to incorporate. You will also find if you are overweight and you are adopting a whole food plant-based diet to help you lose weight and restore health, you may find that in the first several months of eating this way, you actually feel kind of yucky. And that is because your fat cells store excess toxins and excess hormones. So when you lose weight, you don't actually lose fat cells. Fat cells shrink or expand based on how much fat you put into your body. So as they shrink down, they are going to release those toxins and excess hormones into your bloodstream. That's going to affect how you feel. And so making sure that you're really eating enough fiber, legumes, beans, greens, fruits, all that good stuff, is going to help clean that excess of toxins and hormones out of your body. So don't give up on it when that first happens, and be aware that that could be a side effect. Also, remember, in pregnancy, women who eat a whole food plant-based diet have far fewer morning sickness symptoms, have healthier pregnancies, healthy babies with healthy weight, and they also make really good rich milk for their babies. I wish I had been eating this way when I first became a mother. Eating lots of greens and fresh produce is a great way to make good milk for your baby. Also, I've had some friends who were told that they would never be able to have children and adopted a plant-based lifestyle and were able to conceive, and just little miracle babies. So do yourself a favor, boost your plants, ditch the dairy, ditch the excess saturated fat and the excess protein in animal foods, and just fill your life with plants. All right, this is a really important topic to me because I was raised in a home where sexual health was discussed openly, and I was taught that it is just as important for a woman to enjoy her sexual experience as it is for a man. I, however, know many women who were not raised like this and who really struggle to enjoy their sex lives. Please do your research, learn and understand how your body works, communicate with your spouse. If you have some underlying issues from your past that are complicating your sex life, please go see a therapist, go with your partner. There's a really great book called Come As You Are. I don't recommend that for people who are not sexually active, and it discusses all types of sexuality. But it gave so many great ideas to how to have a really healthy sexual understanding of your body. You need to understand your body, and you need to make your sex education a priority. In my personal video down below in the members section, I go into this in more detail in how to discuss sexual health with your kids, or some tips for people who are not sexually active yet, but could use some good information so that they can have success. It is very important. Eating healthy will help, but our biggest sexual organ is our mind. So if we have fear or a negative attitude or just a lack of understanding, it's really going to complicate things. So do yourself a favor and become educated. Your husband will be so happy, and you will be so happy. Let's go over some strategies to help you have balance in your health. So aside from eating a whole food plant-based lifestyle, and yes, leave some room for some dairy-free dark chocolate when you need it, really take a look at making sure you're getting enough sleep. And if you have little kids and they take a nap, please take a nap when they take a nap. It's so important for you to get the sleep that you need. And if you have some unhealthy late night habits, decide now to curb them. Please stop eating 3 to 4 hours before you go to sleep. And if you are kept up late at night by screens, please change that habit so that your mind can be calm and peaceful and you can get the rest that you need. Your future self will thank you. And then please make sure that you are at least getting out for a short walk to get some sunshine every day. It would be ideal to do 3 to 4 days of strength training a week, along with getting that sunshine. We need it. We need it for our souls and our mental health. Please make that a priority. In fact, here in Utah, we have, sometimes we have years where there's just like yucky inversion and in the wintertime, and there's just it's just gray and there's no sunshine. And I actually bought one of those sad seasonal affective disorder lights that I could just shine on my face during those months to just get a blast of that light. It's so good for us when we need it. And that actually helps us sleep better too when we get a good blast of sunlight early in the day. And that's why people, in my opinion, my sister lives in California, and I think everybody that lives on the coast of California is just so happy because there is sunshine all the time. Probably isn't true, but it feels that way sometimes, especially in January in Utah. And then please make time for quiet every day. If you do have little kids, when they take that nap and you're able to take that nap, that is where you could get that quiet. And instead of spending that time just like mindlessly scrolling through your feed on your phone, use it to better yourself. Use it to study up on plant-based eating. Use it to just have some quiet and reflect on your day and your goals and your desires. Taking that time for yourself to just get centered and to just maybe think about what you're thankful for or think about something you hope for is just a really important way to have balance. Because we want to make it, to the older years of our lives where we still are able to be independent and happy and fulfilled, and where we're able to have health. And these are some practices we can include now and get in the habit of now that our future self will really thank us for. So if you would like some more detailed information about any of these issues that are unique for you, please head over to the Dig Deeper section, and good luck in your research.